Hey, how's it going? Preps here, and welcome back to another Marvel Strike Force video. This video is a continuation of my beginner's guide series for players that are just starting off in Marvel Strike Force. Today, I'm going to be going over my recommendations on what characters new players should farm to 6 stars so you can start Dark Dimension 1 as soon as it becomes available. So if you find the information in this video useful, please hit the like button, share with your alliance, and if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing and don't forget to press the bell icon to get notifications when new videos go live. Alright, with all that said, let's get into it. Dark Dimension 1 is a PvE game mode unlocked at level 65, consisting of 10 missions where players must face wave after wave of increasingly difficult enemies. As Kestrel is a reward for completing Dark Dimension 1, we want to have 6-star characters ready to go as soon as we hit level 65. The problem we face as new players is the characters we have access to early that we can farm to 6 stars that also have some value is very limited. So I've put together a list of characters that are fairly easy to farm and have some value outside Dark Dimension 1. Now, as the amount of shards you obtain for these characters is based off a little bit of luck, there are no guarantees that you will have them to 6 stars before you hit level 65. However, they won't be far off. And I'll also give some alternative options at the end. Okay, so the first character I'm going to be talking about is Rescue. Rescue is currently part of the Pegasus Tech Raid team and can be farmed in the Blitz store. She has a slow on her basic, barrier and regeneration on her special, a cleanse and immunity on her ultimate, and more barrier on her passive. She's very easy to farm, and obtaining 6 stars on her before we reach level 65 won't be a problem. Rescue's unique is Gamma Radiation, and the recommended ISO class for her is Healer. The next character I'm going to be going over is Carnage. Carnage is currently part of the Hive Mind Bio Raid team and can be farmed in the War Store. Apart from spreading negative effects on his basic and applying Disrupted on his ultimate, Carnage is mainly just there for his damage. He is relatively easy to farm, and obtaining 6 stars on him before we reach level 65 shouldn't be a problem. Carnage's unique is Alien Spores, and recommended ISO class is Skirmisher. Up next is Vulture. He is part of the Sinister Six and recently received a significant rework. He has a cleanse, offense down, and slow on his special, speed bar reduction on his ultimate, and both his basic and ultimate have execute mechanics on low health targets. You can farm Vulture in the arena store, and obtaining 6 stars on him before we reach level 65 won't be a problem. Vulture's unique is Hammer Tech, and recommended ISO class is Striker or Raider. Now we're going to talk about Captain America. He has recently been reworked to be part of the Out of Time team. Even though the Out of Time team is a war team, Captain America has multiple uses in this game outside of war. He can be used to unlock multiple legendary characters, and he is just overall a good character and has a great kit. His basic applies offense down, his special applies defense up, immunity, and gives out ability energy, while his ultimate is a 3-turn cooldown that clears positive effects on the primary and adjacent targets. His shards are available on the Nexus 1-3 campaign node, and farming him to 6 stars before we reach level 65 shouldn't be a problem, however is heavily dependent on luck. Captain America's unique is Vibranium, and recommended ISO class is Healer or Fortifier. Last but definitely least is Cyclops. He is currently part of the Extreme X-Men Mutant Raid team. He has a slow on his basic, applies taunt to the most injured characters on his special, and his ultimate does okay damage, although due to its extremely long cooldown, you unfortunately won't be using it very often. Cyclops is available in the raid store, and farming him to 6 stars before we reach level 65 shouldn't be too much of an issue, as long as you're in a decent alliance participating in raids every day. Cyclops unique is titanium alloy, and recommended ISO class is striker or raider. Cyclops is the first character on this list I would drop for an alternative character. Speaking of alternative characters, I've gone over the 5 characters that I think have a decent balance of farmability and usefulness. But there are a few other characters that can be considered. Alright, so first up is Hulk. Hulk is a pretty good character and is required to unlock Apocalypse. However, not only does he take bio gear, he also shares the same unique as Rescue. And as Rescue is a raid character, she takes priority. Hulk can be obtained through achievements just by playing the game. Moving along, we're going to talk about Loki really quick. Loki is a part of the Bifrost Mystic raid team. My main reason for not taking Loki to DD1 is that he is available in the raid store, and for new players, I think it is much more important to farm Cyclops. Next up is Venom, and this one is a bit of a long shot, as his shards are available on the Nexus 6-9 node, and that node doesn't become available until a little bit later in the game. Venom is part of the Hive Mind Bio raid team, and his rework was actually pretty good. If you are able to get Venom to 6 stars before you start DD1, I think he's a solid choice. Mysterio is another tough one, and his biggest drawback for us as new players is he's a tech character, and that conflicts with us trying to build the tech raid team as soon as possible. On the flip side, his rework made him an amazing character, and the Sinister Six team in general is a great team for newer players to work towards. Lastly is Deadpool. And while Deadpool doesn't necessarily belong on this list, as his only real use right now is for the Payday Flash event, it's been confirmed that he's going to get a rework in the near future. Now, he could get a terrible rework and be on a war defense team, or he could get an amazing rework, be on the first team for the new upcoming game mode, and be required for a new legendary character. You just never know. Planning for the future and keeping up to date with rework rumors is something I recommend to all new players. Alright, so those are the characters I think have the most value for new players to take into Dark Dimension 1. Remember, I'm putting these guys together to try and be as efficient as possible, but playing this game is about having fun. And if you want to farm Black Widow or Shang-Chi or Icarus to 6 stars because they are your favorite characters, then that's absolutely something you should do. So if you found the information in this video useful, please hit the like button, share with your alliance, and don't forget to subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content. Alright, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.